Good morning, and or good day, should we say? And welcome to Flymanx Airlines flight login 30. One pilot flogging his way around the world one flight at a time. Today's flight on a much smaller flight plan because there is really there's no retail space on this desk, and I struggled to even get my cup of tea in today. But today's flight is a short flight from Cape Town to Durban, operating on behalf of, believe it or not, Turkish Airlines. There's one in the air source system from Cape Town to Durban as an A330. Now, I don't have an A330. I have a 777, which could be argued is a bit closer. But I thought we'll take the 74, seeing as yesterday's was not so good. And we'll fly that. For those of you that are streaming, good morning. And it's an hour and 43 for the flight today. We're going to run through pre-flight, get out of here as quick as we can, and see if we can get it done in under an hour, because I think that's what it's taking me at the moment. So, yep, we'll just get on with that and go from there, really. So the first thing we need to do, obviously, well, it's not the first thing we need to do. The first thing I'm going to do is just get GSX going. So, catering service, please. And let's take South African. So yeah, this morning's flight's a requested flight from one of my good friends. She's a hometown Durban girl, or her hometown is Durban. Let's put it that way. It's a bit better, isn't it? So yeah, she wants us to fly into Durban. So we're going to fly into Durban this morning. So without any further ado, as the steps now are up, and we've got the rear steps on anyway, let's get inside, get the doors open, and get this aircraft ready for departure. Oxygen's nice and high, so that's good. Parking brake set. IRS to align. Close that. That's all good. Right, it's time for a pre-flight checklist. Pre-flight checklist. Oxygen tested 100%. Flight instruments heading 280. And the altimeter is 1016. Set and cross-checked. Parking brake is set. Fuel control is cut off. Pre-flight checklist complete. And we are green tea with ginger today. Not gingerbread, there is a difference. The ginger is much spicier. Anyway, enough of my tea drinking habits. So let's brief for the departure. I say brief for departure, what I mean is just bluff my way through talking a SID plate. Let's go sideways. Right, so to runway 19 departure, we've got 3,201 meters, which is good. The SID itself is a left turn. Climbing up to 7,500 feet. Have to be aware that there are plenty of mountains around the MSA on departure. Is 8,800 feet. There is a mountain of 4,000 feet to the southwest of us. Awesome sauce. Transition is 7,500 feet, and that is about the size of it. I think we're underweight. Max landing weight is 285, and we're taking off at 239, so we're well under our maximum landing weight. So if I completely cock it up, we're coming back here. Let's hope we don't go around like we did yesterday. Apart from that, that's it. I think that's what we take away from this is don't cock it up. That's pretty much all that can go wrong in the sim today. So interesting enough, my FCOM procedures that I'm using are a very old 747 that I might have bought back in like 2004. Or was it 2005? I don't know. But anyway, says that before start with the final cockpit preparation, that you would check the APU is running, fuel pumps and override fuel pumps are on, fuel crossfeeds set, and then you set your stabilizer trim. But you can't set the stabilizer trim until the hydraulics are on, and you don't put the hydraulics on until you've actually do your push back and start. So I wonder if you, like the old 767 on FS2 Crew, you would actually put a hydraulic pump on, set the trim, and then turn it off again. Again, it comes down to procedures and SOPs. Any idea out there? Anyone that's watching? What would you do? Would you wait until you put the hydraulic pumps on, or would you set your trim before you leave the gate? Answer on a postcard or down the bottom. Alright, so they're removed. Quick check outside. Just waiting for that last steps to go. So what we can do while that's happening is run our pre-flight flow. So we're going to come down this side and we're going to go 4, 1, 2, 3. Learned that one yesterday. And actually, the stab trim's almost in the right place. So, right, that's good. Pumps. And unlike yesterday, we'll turn some packs off. Beacon light on. So, before start checklist.
Departure check completed. Flight has been inserted.
Flight deck door closed and locked. Passenger signs are on. MCP V2 156, heading 189, altitude 7,500 feet. V1 is... moment of hesitation. 133, rotate 138, and V2 today's 146. Flaps 10 is set. And taxi and takeoff briefing. I actually did one for a change, and the beacon is on. We are cleared to go, apart from the A cars, which hopefully won't be upside down today. No idea how that happened. Thank you. The overlay is from the A cars unit from Active Air Source. It just, for whatever reason, with the production unit I'm using, I love how this cockpit shakes when you're pushing back. It seems to remember the previous page where you're setting the flight up, and then yesterday it was upside down. That's the vlog that came out about half an hour ago. Starting 1. That's the starter cutout. But it's a flaps 10 this time and not flaps 5 like I keep doing. Alright, it's all good. So, before taxi checklist, anti-ice is not required. Recall has been checked. It's just the TCAS to go. Auto brake is RTO. Flight controls. Where have they gone? They're down there. Full left. Full right. Centre. Full up. Full down. Centre. Rudders. Full left. Full right. Centre. Ground equipment is clear. Let's get this show on the road. So for takeoff checklist is just flaps. Get round. Flaps are 10 and they are gated and indicated with the green light. Stole that off the 777 FS2 Crew, not gonna lie. I think I alluded yesterday in my vlog that I missed the FO. I will be right at the front of the queue when it comes to FS2 Crew, I'm afraid, with this.
Approaching 19.
So that's where we're going. We're going to go down there. Start off with the strobe lights. Place bets on whether or not I'm going to get lined up with the runway heading or not. Come on, round you come.
9.
There's a good girl. It's the closest it's going to get. Alright, okay. So, I'm happy with that. TCAS needs to come on. TCAS is on, start the clock. Lights on. Throttle it up. %. Take off.
Airspeed alive.
I'm expecting the winds to be 206 at 17. Let's see what pops up. 190 at 16. Interesting. That's what Top Cat said. So it's the Attis that's wrong.
V1.
Rotate.
Concentrate on flying.
V2.
Far too long on the transition. Gear up. Oh, nice little bit of turbulence on departure. Should really have that one on. Plan power. Flaps 5. Flaps 1. Flaps up. Thank you. So now I'm just playing with my trim button. So obviously now she's going to get really excited. Oh. I think we'll do that. She's feisty. Probably another 100 ton of fuel and she'll actually be a bit more manageable on departure. Alright, so let's run through the after takeoff checklist. Landing gear is up and off. But there was reading a report yesterday, day before, of an Air Force pilot has been to a tribunal to be discharged, I guess it would be, from his job, because he, captaining the aircraft, had been left alone while the first officer, pilot not flying, had gone to the lavatory, and he moved his chair, and it was an A330, though the Royal Air Force have a different, they call it slightly different, but essentially it's an A330 as we would know it, and the camera got wedged between his chair and the side stick, and so as he's moved his chair, the camera's pushed the side stick, and essentially everybody in the cabin that wasn't strapped in, himself included, ended up on the ceiling of the aircraft as it plummeted at like 5,500 feet a minute. And then, rather than saying, actually, I did something wrong that I shouldn't have done, he tried to lie about it and cover it up. which wasn't good for him. But yeah, so it's the sort of thing you expect on this flight. Me to turn the chair and go and get a cup of tea, and then smack the yoke, the autopilot disconnects, and I come back and we're 3,000 feet and falling fast. So which goes to show it can happen to anyone. So he had to unstick himself from the ceiling, move the chair, get the camera out of the way, and then gain control of the aircraft. So temperature outside is -10. Haven't got to worry about any fuel. Mind you, it's summer, isn't it, down here? So, all right. So, Alpha Lima Echo Stars. Right. Okay. So we're on a Dunsa 1 Bravo, coming from Dunsa. Crossing Dunsa at 250 knots, and we need to be above 5,600 feet. Crossing the last waypoint on the star, which is Lima Echo 2 November 1, above 5,000 feet. And at that point, we've got to cross over and be above 4,000 feet to pick up the approach, which is our initial approach fix. I can deal with that. Note to the north, 7,000 foot mountains. There it is. The ILS itself, initial approach is 4,000 feet, descending to 3,000 feet for the approach fix. My word. Might as well call it Cat 1 today. Altitude of, it's 510 on the barometer. So decision height of 510 feet. We've got 12,000 foot runway to deal with, so that shouldn't be a problem. The runway will be on, the terminal will be on the right hand side, so it will come off at a right hand exit, and our go around altitude is 3,000 feet. Airport? No, the airport elevation is 304 feet, and the transition altitude today is 5,500 feet. Any questions? I've not used SimBrief, I have to say. I use PFP. I used to use FS Build, and then I found the PFPX. And as an ex-flight planner, PFPX is a dream. In fact, I wish we had PFPX when I was an actual flight planner, because that would have made it so much easier than having to get a map out on the desk. And when I say map, like a proper aeronautical map. I don't know if you can see me. Huge. You'd have to fold it up and all sorts. Must be even worse in a cockpit. I mean, I had a huge desk at work to use, and that's all good. I'm just checking all the stats. Yeah, a bit of a cockpit, getting a map out, trying to find a waypoint must have been absolutely horrific. Hydraulics are good. Doors are good. That's all good. Okay, back to the engine page. We'll leave that on now. So, ample 17.9. That's what we got, wasn't it? It was 11Z weather. I've lost the weather. 170 at 5, gusting. Oh, it's literally just updated in front of my eyes. 12Z. Wow, it's less than 50 minutes old. 170 at 16. At 16, all the 9s. Few at 2,000 feet. Temperature 28. Dew point 21. QNH 1011. Alright, and welcome back if you are on the watching the vlog, the less than 30 vlog. We've been having a good old chat in the cruise. It's a live stream. It's being live streamed, so this particular flight in 30 has actually been live streamed because it's only an hour and 45 minutes. Yeah. Okay, so ATIS has been attained, approach briefing accomplished. DH and MDA bugs, they're all set. Let's just check the FMC. See if the runway's changed over. FACT-FALE, yep, it has. We're now down at 136 on the approach. VREF set. Landing data has been sorted. We know that we've got 550 on the barometer. That's good. Auto brake selector is done. Wing lights required. Altimeters, that will be done at 5.5. Descent process. Let me shout in your ear roll. The descent checklist, and I've ordered off of Amazon a £7 stand to actually stand my iPad up so I can see it. Right. Descent checklist. Recall checked. Auto brake should be 2. approach VREF is flaps 30-136 and it's runway 24 in Durban, and the approach briefing has been completed. I'm looking at Google Maps. Do they really have those old tankers parked there? Do you know what? That silence absolutely freaked the life out of me then. We've hit the top of descent and it's paused as it's supposed to. I thought the sim crashed. Panic! Alright, so those of you who missed it earlier, the Durban, you can get a really, really good curry in Durban. It's famous for its mountains, it's famous for its park ranges, and it's famous for its surf. That's what I've been told to say. And my friend probably suggested it was better than Cape Town and Joburg as well, but yeah. Alright, so the next waypoint is Dunsa, and that is the last waypoint on the flight plan. After that, we're on to the Dunsa 1 Bravo Star, which is a standard terminal arrival route. Welcome to those that have just joined us. There's a lot going on there, isn't there? Switch over to terrain, given that we've got some mountains on the left hand side. Okay. So there's your mountains. Don't look very mountainous from here, but I'm sure they are. There's your game reserves as well, I would imagine. So yeah, we're going to get vectors for runway 24, though we're going to let the aircraft sort itself out. On localizer, maintain 180 knots until 10 DME from TGI, which isn't actually on here. Caution. Toll gate lights positioned approximately 1 mile northeast of the threshold. They can be mistaken for the runway lights during night ops or in IMMC conditions. Fair enough. The M.2 Tongat toll plaza situated on the highway lies parallel to the threshold of 24. Noted. So as we turn onto our we're downwind now, aren't we? So this is downwind leg. As soon as we turn base, we are going to reduce the speed to 180 knots. Go flaps 5, maybe even flaps 10 actually. We'll see where we're at. Arm the localizer. And in fact, what we're going to do is I'm going to put 4,000 feet, because 4,000 feet we need to be 4,000 or above here. So instead of being 5 and above here, which is what we just had, we'll go for 4, so we don't need to worry about that during the turn. Go on the localizer and concentrate on getting established on the glide slope. Oh, she's not going to do it, is she? She's going to make me wait in suspense. Oh. Flaps 5. Speed check. Flaps 5. I hope that voice is in the FS2 crew. Just saying. Oh, there you go, 5.5 set standard. Sorry, no, it's set local, 1011. 1011 set and cross-checked. Which means we can do the approach checklist. And the approach checklist is altimeters, 1011. 1011, set and cross-checked. Good. Let's bring out the landing checklist, because you know I'm going to forget what that is. That looked like that was going to waver then on the VNAV, so I've just put that into vertical speed mode at 500 feet a minute until we hit 3,000 feet. So we wait for 10 DME before we can start slowing down. So we're on the localizer. We should probably arm the approach really, otherwise we're not going to get down that glide slope, are we? This must be the road they were talking about. What do you reckon? That's the toll plaza. Okay, flaps 10 now. Just because I want to bring the nose down a little bit, really. Glide slope captured. And also to help that once we get down on the glide slope.
500.
Check. Alright, so 2,000 feet. It should be somewhere around about 7 miles. Guessing. On the rad out we're going to go off of. We're going to go gear down flaps 20. Now that we're less than 10 miles, we can come back to 150. Gear down flaps 20 because we're less than 2,000 feet. What did I say it was? 136, didn't we? So we 141. 141 set. There's the gear. And runway in sight. Flaps 30. That's flaps 25 and then flaps 30. Sorry about that. Keep forgetting there's a stage of 25. And that wind's kicking us over as well. How about we use those rudder pedals? That's what we bought them for. I really do need a new yoke. That's what I'm blaming it on. It's 12 years old, this thing.
Approaching minimums.
I do have an element of right rudder. I'm not sure how much it's actually affecting where we're going, but we seem to be on track still, so...
Minimums.
Landing!
Sink rate 100.
Uh-oh!
Sink rate
That's never any good.
50. 30. 20.
No, PC's not crashed. I'm still here. Did the stream get cut? Alright, so flaps up. Landing lights off. APU goes on. Speed brakes are stowed. Crossfeed config. Huh. Sort that out in a moment. Let's find a place to park first. Oh, for some unknown reason, the none of the... I edited this airport and now it's not here. It's a shame. I guess we'll park remote then. So the APU is running. It's powered. And that's our shutdown. Alright, so I never managed a landing checklist, but the shutdown checklist goes back to front. So we'll leave the packs on because it's quite hot here today, isn't it? Yeah, 28 degrees. We'll leave the packs running. So packs running, strobe light definitely off. Nav beacon light can go off. Up there, we'll leave that on. Fuel control switches or fuel pumps off. That can stay as it is, and then 3, 2, 1, 4. That is us, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Durban. I hope you enjoyed that video. I'm off for a cup of tea and some lunch because I've got to go out. So thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you next time when we take the IXE G737 over to Johannesburg. So apart from that, have yourselves a great afternoon. My name's Liam, and you've been watching the Flamenx Flight Sim videos, one pilot flogging his way around the world one flight at a time. Thank you and good afternoon.